bed memory of listening. It was right after Goodby Yellow Brick Road came out, and I'd just been to visit my cousins in California, and my cousin had it, and so I'd heard it, and then came home, and I was laying in bed one morning, and on the radio they played Goodby Yellow Brick Road, and the disc jockey had superimposed "Follow the Yellow Brick Road, follow the Yellow Brick Road"
over that song?
just over one part of it, like just as much as I just recited. And I thought that was part of the song, and so I'd hear it, and I'd be looking forward to hearing these munchkins say that, and they unfortunately weren't in the actual version. It was just a disc jockey thing. But I remember that moment when I heard that song laying in bed that morning is what made Elton John click for me.
Even with the Yellow Brick Road,
especially with that moment, because it was like it caught my attention more. And after that, though, I listened to that song because I wanted to hear that part. But as I listened to it, obviously, I fell in love with the song itself. And that was literally the moment I fell in love with that music.
Play it. Maybe we could pull up the version with the Munchkins on it. Before we play this, I got to tell a little bit of my experience with this song. Crocodile Rock was my gateway drug to Elton John. I went down and bought the single. In those days, when a song would come on the radio that you were really into, you had to go like to the drugstore. That's where they sold 45s. It was like at the drugstore.
Skaggs or Bartels.
Yeah, Skaggs or Bartels. I remember as clear as day what that was like to go down to the counter. And where I used to buy it was a drugstore called Ostrom's in Kenmore. And she'd bring up this box that had, these singles in it. She'd file through it. And, okay, number 15. Okay, Crocodile Rock. So I bought that. The A side was Crocodile Rock. B side was Elderberry Wine, which I also loved. I thought, wow, what a cool song. A friend of my dad's had this really cute daughter who was older than me. She was like, 14, 15 years old, and I was like 10 or 11. And she was just a huge Elton John fan. Such a fan that's all she talked about. The whole time we were together was, oh, Elton John, it's just so cool. And so that led me to buy the Caribou album, which came out in 1974. That was his current album that had, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. And I was like, this is incredible. I love it. And I used to look at all the liner notes and the pictures of the band, and I was just so fascinated. At that point, that's when I started going back in his catalog. On one particular birthday party I had, this is when I was starting to basically collect his back catalog. And for my birthday, I said, I want Elton John's albums. And the next one I wanted was Goodby Yellow Brick Road, because I had heard it was this 2-record set. And I really didn't know anything about what a legendary album it already was at the time. I just knew that it was a 2-record set, and it had this really cool album
Amazing cover.
Yeah. And so I got this record, and all my friends are at my house for this birthday party. As soon as I opened up the gift, that's all I wanted to focus on. I went down to my room, put it on my little turntable, started playing it, and all of my friends through the whole birthday party were saying, come on, John, let's go do something. They wanted to go outside and play.
What a host.
Yeah. All I wanted to do was play that album. That's my clearest memory of this. And there were 2 songs that I can't even explain what they did to me. But Benny and the Jets had this weird, mesmerizing, fantastical vibe to it that just sucked me in, and I just could not get enough of it. But then there was this song, Goodby Yellow Brick Road, which is obviously the pinnacle of his compositional career, and Bernie Taupin's lyrical.
You think this song is their ace?
There's 3 that sit in that top, and they compete for that top spot, and this is probably the very top for me.
I won't disagree with you.
Yeah.
When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? I should have stayed on the phone. I should have listened to my own mind. You know you can't hold me forever.
One thing that made this song really jump out to me just recently is when I heard a mix of this with pretty much everything stripped away except for the vocals and the piano.
Yep.
And it's mind-blowing.
The composition is incredible. It's the chord changes. Literally, this song is constantly changing chords. The whole song, almost every measure is a different chord. And the band, my gosh. I don't know, you and I have talked about drummers before, but Nigel Olsson, part of the vibe of this song is the way that he's just playing so lazily, and just like every hit is like at the last possible second. He lays back so far, and it gives this song this really...
It's kind of hypnotic.
It is, yeah.
I feel the same way about the drumming in I've Seen That Movie Too.
Exactly, yes.
It's, if you just focus on the drumming in that song, it's so off the rails.
It is, totally.
No one would ever write that drum part.
You're exactly. That was his thing, and no one played like him.
Yeah. I could never come up with something like that. No, that's not a surprise.
Yeah. All chord changes. And this whole thing, the way the orchestra comes in to back him up. This is music that's on a different level. This is like, to me, this is very similar to when the Beatles went into the recording studio and made music, there was a magic that was happening in those sessions. They were capturing a magic. That's what this is. They captured a magic here.
I have it on good authority. This is one of God's Desert Island discs.
I wouldn't doubt it for a second. And the lyric, I mean, not even talking about the it's basically Bernie Taupin lamenting the fact that he came from this small village and was this basically a farm boy and got thrown into this whole celebrity world and jet setter kind of culture. He's basically saying, I wish I could go back to the horny old toad and the plow, and it's really just a beautiful marriage of lyrics and music. It's just incredible.
1, 2, 3, 4. When are you gonna come down? When are you going to land? I should have stayed on the farm. I should have listened to my old man. You know you can't hold me forever. I didn't sign up with you. I'm not a present for your friends to open. This boy's too young to be singing the blues. So goodbye, Yellow Brick Road, where the dogs of society howl. You can't plant me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the honeyback toad. Oh, I found that a side of my future lies beyond the Yellow Brick Road. What do you think you'll do then? I bet they shoot down your plane. It'll take you a couple of vodka and tonics to set you on your feet again. Maybe you'll get a replacement. There's plenty like me to be found. Mongrels who ain't got a penny, sniffing for tidbits like you on the ground. of society. How you can't plant me in your penthouse. I'm going back to my plow, back to the howling old owl in the woods, hunting the honeyback child. Oh, I finally decided my future lies beyond the yellow brick road.
This whole album is so cinematic to me. It's literally like it's like a movie. You're sitting through a movie.
And they all just went to a studio and pooped it out.
I know. They knocked it out in like, what, 2 weeks or something like that?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a lifetime achievement in 2 weeks.
When you compare the artistic integrity and quality, this is literally like modern classical music. The compositional skills, the lyrics, everything about it, the production, the musicianship.
Elton has composed and recorded most of his albums in France, in a partially derelict chateau in the small village of Ereville, some 50 kilometers outside Paris. And it's indeed odd to find tomorrow's music being made in yesterday's crumbling splendor. Here, in very Spartan conditions, he and the group lead a strange monastic existence for the best part of a month, working by night and sleeping by day.
We've done 3 albums here now. Well, 4, because this is like a double album. It's got such good atmosphere here, and it's great to work here, you know. It's so easy and laid back. He'll get up early or whatever, and he has words. If Bernie's not here, he'll have lyrics. And he'll sit down at the piano and sort of play about, and within half an hour, he's written a song, you know. There's never a note written down. He keeps it in his head.
When we did Tonky Chateau, Bernie was here writing the lyrics, bringing them downstairs. Elton was sitting at the piano writing them. And then half an hour later, we'd sit down and learn them, the band, you know. And that's the way it goes.
Literally as quickly as that.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. It was just like a factory. The lyrics were coming down, Elton was sitting down and writing a song. And we'd be sitting having breakfast, and we'd just join in. And within about an hour and a half, we've got the basis of the song.
And at that stage, you're busking it.
Oh, sure, yeah. We just learn the song.
To say to somebody, I know somebody who writes great songs and he can write 10 in half an hour, you'd think, come on, you know, they can't be that great. But he does that.
Goodbye, Norma Jean. No, I never knew you at all. You had the grace to hold yourself while those around you crawled. Crawled out of the woodwork and they whispered into your brain. They set you on the treadmill and they made you change your name. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to know you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend that Marilyn was found in the news. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to know you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before your legend ever did. Goodbye, normal teen. Though I never knew you at all, you had the grace to hold yourself while those around you crawl. Goodbye, normal teen. From the young man in the 22nd row who sees you as something more than sexual, more than just our Marilyn Monroe. And it seems to me you lived your life like a candle in the wind, never knowing who to cling to when the rain set in. And I would have liked to know you, but I was just a kid. Your candle burned out long before the legend ever did. Candle burned out long before the legend ever did. Hello, baby, hello. Haven't seen your face for a while. Have you quit doing time for me? Or are you still the same spoiled child? Hello, I said hello. Is this the only place you thought to go? Am I the only man you ever had? Or am I just the last surviving friend that you Harmony and me, we're pretty good company. Looking for an island in our boat upon the sea. on, let your feelings flow. You're not lucky knowing me, keeping the speed real slow. In any case, I set my own pace by stealing the show. Say hello, hello. Harmony, I need a pretty good company. Looking for